Miss Smith really likes having fun. She only keeps it hush-hush. But we have prepared a couple of funny pranks on her today. Watch out, teacher! We will take revenge for all our bad marks. My friend can arrange her entrance like a real performance. She is late for class, and she's come with a frozen face to top it all. But it is warm outside. Have you been kept in a fridge? It turns out she is pranking the teacher. You can make up a whole story why you are late. A snowslide covered me. The Snow Queen stole me. I rescued penguins to carry them from the North Pole to the South. Miss Smith believes it is cold outside. She puts on all her warm clothes and goes out. But it's raining and snow is not even close to happening. And my friend's frozen face has been just her makeup. Miss Smith is an outstanding person, so her lipstick should stand out too. We will take care of it. Melt lipstick in a spoon. Add blue food coloring. Mix the fluid and pour it into a lipstick container. Refrigerate it. Substitute a regular lipstick for the blue one. The teacher applies the lipstick without looking at a mirror, and she can't figure out why the whole class is laughing at her. Maybe Miss Smith has kissed Inkfish? Or has she had a date with Bluebeard? A phone call distracts the teacher. It's time for a prank with a whiteboard marker. Attach a piece of double-sided mounting tape to a whiteboard marker. Attach the marker to the board. Miss Smith can't find it. Here it is, at the corner, but it is hard to take off. Be careful with the board, otherwise we will have to pull you out of blockage. My classmate's forgotten her textbook at home, but Miss Smith is suspiciously kind today. She lets the girl borrow her own textbook. Take away all the pages out of an old notebook with a hard cover. You'll need only the cover. Trace the notebook on a piece of foam plastic and cut it out. Put a foam plastic block into the cover and attach it with double-sided tape. Attach a printed textbook cover to the front side. It's quite a challenge to open the textbook. Some secret knowledge is apparently hidden here. Aha! The teacher decided to prank us and gave us a textbook dummy. Well played, Miss Smith. But the best prank on Miss Smith is still ahead. We have made a water trap for her. Put a little thing, for example a lipstick, into a thick clear balloon. Put on another of the same balloon on top. Blow up the first balloon a bit and tie it up. Fill the outer one with water. A dry object is hidden safely in the first balloon, which floats inside. Miss Smith notices an unusual balloon on her desk. It looks like her lipstick is entrapped. What should she do with it? How to take the lipstick out and stay dry? Miss Smith is getting ready for the operation. She takes everything from her desk and takes a scalpel. Go ahead, Miss Smith. Fortune favors the bold. Finally, she pricks the balloon. A squirt of water immediately comes out. Miss Smith puts her big mug under the fountain to avoid any flood. She has to wait for a long time, so she can drink some of the water in the meantime. Miss Smith watches the fountain and adjusts the squirt. Finally, there is no water inside. She can take out her lipstick. Let's prank Miss Smith with the magic whiteboard eraser. Apply purple stamp ink to the dark side of a whiteboard magnetic eraser. The teacher wants to clean the board, but there are glittering purple stains left after the eraser. That's not our fault, Miss Smith. While you were away, a fairy came by and substituted your whiteboard eraser. We have nothing to do with it. Oh, Miss Smith shouldn't have left her ruler on her desk. Wipe off the hatch marks on the plastic ruler with nail polish remover. Replace her regular ruler with the fake one. Miss Smith takes the ruler and wants to draw a graph of function in her notebook. Where are all the hatch marks? You can't measure anything with this ruler. It's a humanitarian ruler. It despises figures. Everybody knows that Miss Smith is terrified of mice, but you should face your fears. This is why we prepared a little fluffy mouse to prank Miss Smith. Buy a realistic stuffed mouse for cats in a pet shop. Paint the nose of the mouse black. Attach fishing line to the belly. Put the mouse onto the teacher's desk and pull up the line. Miss Smith, all in fear, jumps up on the desk. Watch out, don't smash the mouse. We want to turn Miss Smith's everyday routine into a real feast. How? Put confetti into a notebook. Make confetti from color paper using a hole puncher. Put it into a container and mix with the different types of glitter. Open an old notebook in the middle. Cut out a big rectangle from its back. Close the notebook. Put the confetti into the hollow. Place another notebook on top. Press it tightly and turn it over so that the confetti doesn't pour out. The teacher picks up our notebooks with the homework. I put my notebook with the confetti on her desk. Miss Smith takes the notebook and, surprise! It's made her day shining. Apparently, she is allergic to fun, and I have to clean my mess after the feast. Did you know that you can use a fork not only for eating, but also for writing? Sharpen a pencil. Cut off the lead. Hot glue to a fork prong. Miss Smith notices a spare object in my hand. She is sure that I'm eating during the class again. How could I, Miss Smith? I'm doing my task. But she can hardly believe the combination of a fork and a pencil is possible, and she takes my writing fork away. Since you already have a fork, here, you can have a dessert, Miss Smith. My special donut. Take chocolate chips from a chocolate chip donut. You may eat them right away, and put peppercorns in instead. I take out my donut during the class. Miss Smith has an incredible sense of smell, and here she is. You are welcome to treat yourself. And while we are writing a task, Miss Smith bites off the donut. On the hook! Peppercorns won't leave anyone indifferent. Oops! It looks like the teacher is going to take revenge. We should find a hideaway. A lot of things annoy Miss Smith. Munching during class, students feeling happy, and a sound of a stapler clipping the paper. I've made a pranking stapler especially for Miss Smith. Take out staples from the stapler. Mark their size on a piece of cardboard and add a little bit more to each side for folding. Draw lines to mark each staple. Define in a black pen. Add glossy eyeshadow into white and black acrylic paint. Mix the color. Paint the cardboard and add a little bit of water to make the staple pattern visible. When the paint is dry, cut out the staple image. Fold up the sides using a ruler. The fake staples look exactly like the real ones. Set cardboard staples in the stapler. I give it to the teacher. She thinks I'm too clumsy if I can't use a stapler in the right way, but she doesn't manage to do it either. Certainly not, since the staples are made from paper. Did your friend sneak eyeshadow into class? What a rebel she is! But she reveals her secret. It's actually an eraser. Take out eyeshadow containers from an old palette. Cut out colorful erasers to fit the containers. Clean the palette and put the erasers into the palette instead of makeup. Put the applicator back into its place and close the box. Miss Smith sees the eyeshadow and takes it away. She tries to apply it, but fails. And I told you, it's an eraser. You can remove all your comments and bad marks. Let's decorate Miss Smith's most essential accessory, her glasses. Take them away sneakily while she's distracted. Oh gosh, what can she see through them? Let's make the view from her glasses more joyful. Cut off a piece of wide adhesive tape. Apply glitter to the sticky side and attach it to the lenses. Cut off the excess tape along the edges. It's a different story now. Put the glasses back. Miss Smith puts them on. But everything around is glittering. What's wrong? Is it a surprise party? Or are there unicorn traces? Oh no, it's my students' tricks. Watch out, girls! Let's give her a pencil with a fake eraser. Take out the eraser from a pencil. Cut out a piece of pink chalk to shape a little eraser. Put it into the metal part of the pencil and paint it with white gouache. Miss Smith wants to erase something. She turns the pencil over, but pink traces appear on the paper. What's wrong with it? Why are they goofing on me? Calm down, Miss Smith. Take another eraser. Take a white eraser from a package. Dissolve gelatin in milk. Heat it up in a microwave. Mix it and let it gellify. Take the cool jelly out of the container and cut it out to shape the eraser. Put the gummy eraser into the package. Fasten it using double-sided tape. The teacher uses the gummy eraser, but it is falling apart in her hands. Do not cry, Miss Smith, otherwise the jelly will get wet and stick together your entire notebook. Did you like our pranks on Miss Smith? Write in your comments which one you think is the funniest, and which one you will never do because you're afraid of your teacher's anger.
Do you love to have fun at school? Just imagine giving your teacher a bouquet with worms, putting an octopus into a cup of coffee, and finally, drinking some ink. Don't do it at school. Keep smiling and enjoy our new pranks. Miss Smith has put on her brightest red lipstick. She keeps smirking and flirting with someone on the phone. Everything suggests that she has finally met a boyfriend. I wonder who he is. Maybe it's our PE teacher. Yuck! It's weird to see your strict teacher behaving like a teenager. But on the other hand, a romantic Miss Smith gives us a good reason to prank her. Let's make a beautiful bouquet of flowers. Make a bouquet out of fresh sprigs and berries. Tie it with a ribbon and make a neat bow. Spray the bouquet with clear polish and sprinkle with glittering stars. Now, decorate the bottom of the bouquet. Knead white and black modeling clay. Roll out a thin snake of the black clay. Put it on a sheet of the white clay and cut out a strip. Wrap the white modeling clay around the black snake and roll it up. Cut it into small pieces and shape each piece to look like a worm or larva. Make rounded ends. Scratch rings on the worm's body. Bend the clay worms a little to make them look more realistic. Attach them to the bottom springs of the bouquet with super glue. The bouquet with worms is straight from a garden. It will certainly make a woman happy. Complete this romantic set with some delicious candies. Suck soy sauce into a syringe. Fill chocolate candies with the spicy filling. Wrap the candies with wrappers as though nothing is wrong. Put the bouquet into a vase and voila! Add a card from a secret admirer. Ready? Teleport the vase onto the teacher's desk. Send the candies as well. Miss Smith finds the gifts. It's so unexpected. She is sure that it's a love delivery from her boyfriend. Marvelous! She puts a candy into her mouth and takes the bouquet out of the vase at the same time. Oops! Double strike! The candy is too salty, and the bouquet is a home for worms. Ghastly! But Miss Smith sees her students laughing, so it gives her a clue that her boyfriend has nothing to do with it. The girls at the farthest desk are responsible for these shenanigans. Miss Smith is no slouch too. She decides to ruin her students' little snack. As soon as the girls are about to enjoy a banana and an apple, the treacherous teacher stops the time and starts working magic on the fruit. Bend thin wire to make 2 loops joined in the middle. Cut off the excess. Make a stem to stick the wire into fruit. Paint the midge with black nail polish. Cover it with clear nail polish so that there is a thin film on the wings. Make a whole swarm of midges. Stick the fireflies in the fruit. The girls stretch out to take delicious fruit, but the flies discourage them from having a snack. It's so disgusting. Even if the insects are not real, the fruit does not look tempting anymore. Well, Miss Smith, the midges are only the first strike in our prank war. Get ready, teacher! Let's prepare an aquarium pencil case for the teacher. Fill a Ziploc bag with water. Zip it and put it into an empty pencil case. Put school supplies on top. Shift the pencil case closer to Miss Smith. She puts a pen in it without looking and pricks the water bag accidentally. Little by little, the desk is being flooded. The teacher is confused. Where does the water come from? It's your students' tears, Miss Smith. Miss Smith never lets us have fun during classes. As soon as we start dancing, she makes a remark. We have to entertain ourselves another way. I will give a pen with a spring and a sticky notebook to my friend. Attach double-sided tape to a notebook cover. My friend takes the notebook and her hand sticks to the cover at once. This notebook is a special one. It'll make the knowledge stick to you. Meantime, my sleeve is the only thing that sticks. After getting off the notebook, I take a pen, but weird things continue to happen. The pen retracts at the most unexpected moment. Take a spring out of a retractable pen. Snip off the refill of a regular ballpoint pen. Attach a spring to it. Put the refill back into the barrel of the regular pen. My friend must have given me a lazy pen. It refuses to work. It keeps goofing off and dipping suddenly all the time. Well, that's enough. It's been the last straw. The blue-eyed girl has made me go nuts this time. A real war is going to begin. It's great the peacemaker Miss Smith hurries up to stop the conflict. She persuades the girls to stop fighting and to make up the quarrel, but the enemies still keep holding grudges. The stress must have made a huge effect on my neighbor's mental health. She is going to drink some ink. Pour ink out of the bottle. Wash it thoroughly and pour Coca-Cola instead. The blue-eyed girl tries to stop her friend. Drinking ink is dangerous. However, nothing bad has happened to her. Then, the blue-eyed girl takes the risk to taste what there's inside. It's just delicious Coca-Cola. She drinks up everything without leaving a sip to her friend. My friend has finally decided to come to grips with her notes. She wants to highlight the main information, but she takes a wrong marker. Take tips out of pink and black markers. Put the black tip into the pink marker. Paint the protruding part with pink nail polish. Leave the edge without polish so that the marker could write. A treacherous marker. It crosses out the entire word instead of highlighting it. I blame my neighbor as usual, but it's not her prank, it's Miss Smith's job. She's sitting at her desk pretending she has nothing to do with it. But we can see right through her. Miss Smith likes candies very much, but eating in class means breaking the rules. She has another plan. She will disguise candies as an eraser. Take a kneaded eraser out of the package. Put Frutella candies into a microwave for 20 seconds. Add black liquid food coloring into the melted mass and knead it wearing gloves. Shape it into a 3D rectangle to look like a kneaded eraser. Put it into the package instead of the real eraser. Miss Smith takes out the kneaded eraser and wants to take a bite of it, but she sees the reaction of her students. Ew! Why would Miss Smith be chewing on an eraser? There is nothing to be done. Miss Smith pretends that the eraser is her favorite dessert that she eats on a daily basis. Let's put a little friend into Miss Smith's cup stealthily. A cute little octopus which will grow into a giant sea monster. Take a rubber octopus growing bigger in size when it gets into fluid. Toss it into a drink. Yuck! It looks terrifying. Miss Smith is drinking her coffee, looking through her Instagram, when a sudden guest gets into her cup. She doesn't notice that her mug turns into an octopus aquarium. She goes away to take a wipe for cleaning a spilled stain. Meanwhile, her little guest turns into a real sea monster. When Miss Smith takes another sip, she is terrified to discover the sea dweller. Well, now she will have to wipe her desk again. She might be allergic to seafood. It's time to run away. That's been certainly too much. Miss Smith has lost her temper. She rants and raves. and decides to take revenge. Her face will be watching her students from all their school supplies from now on. Cut the teacher's face of different sizes out of printed photos. Choose images of different facial expressions. Attach the images to school supplies. Put all the school supplies into a holder so that one doesn't notice them right away. Miss Smith attached her photos to all the pens and notebooks. No one will hide from her gaze from now on. The girls sit down at the desk. At first, they think it's cute. Later on, they think it's fun. But after seeing the teacher's face on every marker and ruler, it becomes terrifying a bit. Ubiquitous Miss Smith. She is everywhere you're looking at. The prank named I'm Watching You is a big-time success. The girls already regret having pranked their teacher so carelessly. No more pranking on the teacher. The only thing left to do is to prank my desk neighbor. I've got an unusual brush for it. Cut bristles off an old brush. Shape modeling clay so that it looks like the bristles and glue it to the brush. Cut off the excess. Scratch the clay to imitate the bristles. Paint the clay bristles with acrylic paint for a natural look. The blue-eyed girl dips the brush into water and tries to take some paint, but the bristles are stiff, as though they are made out of wood or modeling clay. Anyway, painting with this brush is impossible. On the other hand, my friend gets my unusual marker. What's wrong with it? Why doesn't it work? Take a tip out of a marker. Take an eraser of the same color and cut out a piece of the appropriate size. Stick it into the marker barrel. My friend wants to color a stress-relieving picture, but the marker turns out to be broken or whatever. It doesn't work at all. An eraser is hidden in it instead of the marker. On the other hand, you may erase the pencil traces off the picture. It looks like the neighbor is satisfied with the new properties of the marker. The prank has failed. I added some gloss to these scissors. Apply lip gloss of the appropriate color to the scissors handles from the inside. When my friend needs to cut paper, she takes my beautiful scissors. In a few seconds, her fingers get covered with the pink gloss. The scissors have pranked her. Here you are. Take wet wipes. They will take away all the gloss. Take wipes out of the package and pour white glue in it. Close the package carefully. The blue-eyed girl opens the package of wet wipes, but some sticky fluid starts pouring out. It seems these wet wipes have more wet than wipes. You need to wash your hands thoroughly after using them. The blue-eyed girl is making her paper craft. She needs sticky tape urgently. I happen to have the right thing on hand. Fasten the tape with super glue. The blue-eyed girl tries her best to tear off some sticky tape, but she fails. Apparently, this is kamikaze tape. It stuck itself. There is nothing we can do with it. Did you like our school pranks? Then write in your comments how you will prank your classmates. And don't